Good morning. We're back today, and I have the pleasure of introducing Maureena Lysaght to you all. Marina's been here with us a little over a year now, and she has a pretty interesting career leading up to doing real estate. And so we're going to give you guys an opportunity to hear a little bit from her and a little bit about where she came from. So, Maureena, where did you come from?
Well, I was born in Spain. My parents were in the military. We lived in Spain for a while, and then I lived in Charleston, South Carolina. We ended up in Crestview in 1984.
So your dad was military, correct?
Mm-hmm, correct.
What
Air Force.
What part of the military did he do?
He was in avionics, so he built some kind of circuit boards and dealing with radios and things like that they don't really do anymore in the military.
So you went from Spain to Charleston to Crestview, then
we went to Las Vegas, Nevada.
And then
we when he retired, we moved back to Crestview.
Back to Crestview.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why he picked Crestview to retire?
He said he was from Ohio, so he said when he landed here, he had never seen somewhere so beautiful, and this is where he wanted to spend the rest of his days.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
So you've essentially lived here since you were a teenager, is that right?
Well, I was 4. I was 5. No, I was 5 when we moved to Crestview, and then I left in high school, and I went to high school in Las Vegas.
Okay.
And then I came back. My parents got here right at the beginning of my senior year, so I could graduate with my friends.
Okay. So you've been here
most of my life.
Most of your life.
I tried to leave numerous times. It's like a boomerang. It always pulls you right back.
Back. So when you got out of high school here, you went to college, and then tell us what you did from there.
Well, when I graduated from high school, I was 17. So I went to school and I got a cosmetology license and opened a nail salon. And I did that while I went to college. And then when I graduated from college, I started a career in law enforcement at 21.
So law enforcement, that's a pretty, you don't hear that from women too much.
Right.
And so what made you want to join law enforcement?
So when I was about 6 or 7 years old, the movie Navy SEALs came out. And I watched it and I looked at my dad and I said, when I grow up, I want to be a Navy SEAL. And he said, honey, little girls can't grow up to be Navy SEALs. And so I was really bummed about that. And so the next thing I remember making a big influence on my life was I watched Silence of the Lambs. And I said, I want to go chase serial killers. So it just kind of grew from there. At that point on, I always wanted to be a police officer. And I wanted to catch bad guys and save people. And so I originally thought I wanted to go into the FBI. So I started at the police department to get experience, and then I realized I didn't want to do white collar crime.
Mm-hmm.
I liked real bad guys.
Right.
So not to say white collar crime isn't real bad guys, but I was more interested in taking evil away from the streets and changing the world, and I thought that was the best place for me.
So after your career in the police force, what made you decide to choose to do real estate?
Well, after I retired there, I went back to school again. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And I don't really like to just sit inside. I like to be out and about. I like to see things. I like to be active with my community. So I guess when I was in law enforcement, I was always interested in real estate. I would always stop and check out the houses. And because you work your beats and you see people every day, you work a 12-hour day, you see the same people. You knew who belonged, who didn't. You knew the neighbors. They waved. They knew your face. You knew theirs.
Mm-hmm.
So I just knew so much about the community, and I knew so many people in the community. I thought, what the heck? Let's give it a shot. It seems fun. It's not a stressful law enforcement career, although it can be stressful at times.
Right.
It's usually not. It's
not the same kind of stress.
And you're usually sharing the best moments of someone's life.
Right.
When they're buying a house, it's a happy moment. They're happy to see you.
Right.
Instead of being like, oh no, there's the cops again.
Right.
You're sharing more happy moments with people, and I think it kind of makes me feel better.
So now that you've been in real estate a little while, and had some experience across the board with things, what do you like about it now, being in it? is there a certain aspect of it, whether it's residential or commercial, or is there a certain part of a transaction? You just referenced that you enjoy that, getting that home buying experience, and that it's very uplifting time for people. But is there something that is rewarding to you professionally in being in real estate now?
I just think that I enjoy making people happy and finding, they give you a goal and you're essentially searching for their dream, whether it be their house or it's their business dream. It's like they're starting a business, they need to find something. Mm-hmm. And, if you can help them attain that, it's pretty rewarding. And I think that's, to see the smiles on their faces and the excitement about their next step in life is always fun to share in.
Yeah. Also, one of the things that I really enjoy about you is how hands-on you are with everything, your crafts and your do-it-yourself projects.
Yeah.
Are there any projects or crafts, whether it's at home or for other people, that you're working on currently that are fun?
I am going to be helping with a wedding very soon. And I guess because I'm crafty and bossy, I've been asked to tackle that for a dear friend. I've been renovating my house. So we have a new roof, new ACs, new hot water heater, new floors, pulled out some walls. Worked with Casey Turpin to do some new designs in my living room. Uh-huh. I'm having my kitchen redone. I'm getting all new trim and baseboards everywhere, more in a craftsman style than what were originally in our house. We've been pretty busy with renovations in our own.
Are you doing a lot of that work yourself now, or is it more like orchestrating the projects? I mean, I know you're not getting up there and doing the roof or installing an AC.
Did not do the roof. We did not do the AC. No, we do quite a bit ourselves. I really like to do hands-on stuff. So, mm-hmm. But we did have help on this one. When we did our rental properties, we did it all ourselves. So we were pretty worn out from the past year. When it came to our house, my husband just looked at me and said, "I'm not doing this floor." Right. We had somebody come in and do the floor for us. We had the hardwood put in. Uh-huh. And, but yeah, so picking out colors, and now I'm about to start prepping kitchen to redo my kitchen cabinets. I don't like the wood anymore. I'm going with colors and.
Yep, seems to be the trend.
Yeah, gonna try that out. I've done it in my rentals. I've never done it in my own house, so we'll see how it works out.
Well, I've only got one last question for you, and that's, what do you like about living right? What brought you to living right? What makes you want to be here?
I like what we do. I like that we do things in the community, which is kind of what I've always done with my law enforcement career. I like to volunteer. I like to make my community a better place, and I think that that's kind of why I was drawn here. We have mutual friends.
Right.
We're all in bow legs together, and we enjoy that together. And so when I asked around who did people know that was reputable and honest, and that I wasn't gonna have to worry about drama and stealing and some of the bad things I'd heard at other places, kind of made me worry.
Right.
And so that's when I got your name a couple times, and we talked a couple times, and that's what I decided with.
Well, I hope you haven't had too much drama.
No, there's no drama here. It's wonderful. It's a great team of people. We're all pretty happy to be around each other.
Yeah, I'm excited about some of the community stuff that we have coming up too. So we'll get everybody on board with that here soon. But it's good to talk to you and learn a little bit more about you. It's just so interesting to have everybody from this team come from so many different walks of life, and I think that having this background in law enforcement and taking on the world. The mentality is great for our team, But anyways, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
I think everybody's will get a lot from what you've shared.
Hopefully.